Welcome to the module. Welcome to the module, Managing Users. In the last module, we reviewed how to register a new user. Today, we discuss 3 common user maintenance scenarios, including using the person screen to change security access and set the out-of-office assistant on behalf of an approver. We also discuss using the user screen to deactivate or delete a user. Let's start with our first scenario. DeMarcus, our system administrator, receives a call from the Director of Finance notifying him to add additional access rights to a particular user. In this scenario, the user is Lupe. Lupe is currently missing access to the Beach Bar department. As the Burt Street system administrator, DeMarcus adds this department to Lupe's access rights on the person screen. To access the screen, DeMarcus clicks on the main menu icon to unhide the menu. He next clicks the procurement section. He clicks on the company administration section next. DeMarcus clicks on person to bring up the person screen. This is where he makes the edits. DeMarcus sees all the users at his property on the left side of the screen. He searches for Lupe by name here. After locating Lupe, DeMarcus clicks on her name to display her account profile on the right side of the screen. There are 3 tabs with a 4th optional tab displaying Lupe's information. All of Lupe's account info is seen here. The Person tab displays the user information. The Payment Info tab is preset from the user's property setup. The History tab shows the user account history. The selected GL account appears only for users with multi-department access. Going back to the Person tab, we see all the user info we previously discussed in the Registering a New User module. DeMarcus changes the information here as needed. For this scenario, let's focus on providing Lupe with her additional department access. DeMarcus sees Lupe's home department is kitchen. However, in the selected GL account tab, DeMarcus realizes Lupe has access to multi-department access due to her position ID. Remember, GL account tab only appears if a user has multi-department access. This tab is also where DeMarcus adds the additional department to Lupe's access rights. She currently has access to all GLs within the kitchen department and the wine cost GL for the rooms department. To add the Beach Bar department, DeMarcus clicks on the Add Row button. He inputs the Beach Bar department in the department code field. He selects an individual GL or assigns all GLs to Lupe. In today's case, Lupe needs access to all GLs within the department, so DeMarcus checks the All GL Accounts checkbox. He clicks on the OK button, and now the additional department displays in the tab. DeMarcus finalizes the change by clicking on the Save button. A prompt notifies him the process is done. Lupe now has access to the Beach Bar department. The second common scenario a system administrator might experience is turning on the out-of-office assistant for an approver. This functionality allows the user to select another approver to take their place when they are out of the office. All Birch Street approvers have the abilities to turn this on under their own login credential. However, if an approver forgets to turn the option on, the system administrator has the ability to turn on the option for the approver. For our scenario today, DeMarcus is going to turn on the out-of-office approver option for Bastien, who is out of town on vacation. DeMarcus starts again in the person screen. He searches and selects on Bastien's account. In the Person tab, he sees the Out-of-Office checkbox in Bastien's profile. The Out-of-Office Approver field becomes active after checking the box. DeMarcus picks another approver here to take Bastien's place in the approval routing. Today, DeMarcus is going to pick Bryson. Please follow your property's internal protocol when selecting an out-of-office approver. DeMarcus has the option to select the out-of-office start and end dates if he knows exactly how long Bastien is on vacation. He also leaves those fields blank, and the out-of-office is turned on indefinitely until he or Bastien turns it back off. He leaves it blank for this scenario. Once again, he clicks on Save to finalize the process. A prompt notifies him the process is done. Now, let's discuss how to deactivate or delete a user. Deleting a user permanently deletes them from the system, and they cannot be reactivated without assistance from the Birch Street support team. Deactivating a user prevents them from accessing the system, but they can always be reactivated at a later point in time, for example, if they ever start working for the company again. In this scenario, Marty is no longer working for our property. DeMarcus deactivates or deletes his account from Birch Street on the user screen. To access the user screen, DeMarcus clicks on the main menu icon to unhide the menu. He next clicks the procurement section. He clicks on the company administration section next. DeMarcus clicks on User to bring up the user screen. DeMarcus sees all the users at his property on the left side of the screen. He searches for Marty by name here. After locating Marty, DeMarcus clicks on Marty's name to display Marty's account profile on the right side of the screen. There are two options for DeMarcus to take. He deactivates Marty's profile or deletes it completely. It is recommended to deactivate the profile, so it is available if Marty ever returns to the company. Deleting a user results in the purging of the entire user record. A deleted user is only recovered by contacting the Birch Street support team. For this reason, it is not a recommended action. To deactivate Marty's account, DeMarcus simply unchecks on the active checkbox. The last deactivation date will update with today's date and time. DeMarcus then clicks the Save button. Marty's login ID is now deactivated, and he will no longer be able to log into Birch Street. DeMarcus can always reactivate Marty's account in the future by returning to the user screen and rechecking the active checkbox on Marty's user record. If DeMarcus has instruction that Marty will never be returning to the company, he uses the Delete button instead. DeMarcus should be certain this login ID will never be used again prior to taking this action. DeMarcus deletes Marty today by clicking the Delete button. DeMarcus clicks OK to the prompt. Once DeMarcus confirms Marty's login is to be deleted, Marty's record no longer appears on the user's screen, and he is no longer able to log into the system. Note: a user can be deactivated on the person screen. However, this will only deactivate the login for one property. For example, if Marty has access to 4 properties in the Chicago area, only deactivating his record on the person screen would allow him to still log into the other 3 properties. Deactivating a user from the user's screen deactivates access to all properties Marty has access to at one time. Let us summarize what we have learned so far. The system administrator changes the user access rights and personal information in the person's screen. The system administrator turns on an approver's out-of-office assistant using the person's screen. A user is deactivated or deleted from Birch Street in the user's screen. This prevents users from logging into all properties they have access to at one time. Best practice is always to deactivate a user. A deactivated user's record is saved in the system and can be reactivated, whereas a deleted user's record is deleted permanently. Recovering a deleted user requires assistance from the Birch Street support team.